Welcome back, guys. I know what you're thinking, it's an old video from the summer, but hey, guess what, it's not. How can I prove it's not? Well, guys, today is Valentine's Day, would you believe? And something quite extraordinary happened yesterday. Now, you don't need to take my word for it, you can Google it and read about it yourself, but it's extraordinary for how little coverage has been given to it by the mainstream media. Yesterday afternoon, a chap turned up at the Turkish consulate general in central London with a Quran. Big deal. I mean, Turkish guy, Quran, you'd expect it. But hey, this wasn't just any Turkish guy. So this chap turns up at the Turkish consulate general in Knightsbridge. Most of the media reported it's a Turkish embassy, which is completely stupid because it's not. Shows how they don't do their research. But the interesting thing, the way it links to this channel, is that the Turkish consulate general in London is directly opposite the troopers' accommodation in Hyde Park. It's pretty much bang opposite Sir Basil Spence Tower and a lot of the other accommodation. So this chap turns up at the Turkish consulate and sets a Quran on fire, okay? Screaming, shouting, blah, 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 trying to provoke a response. And a response is what he got. Oh yes. What happened is a gent came out of the Turkish consulate general, told him to stop. He didn't listen. So the fellow went back into the building, the consulate building, and re-emerged with a very large kitchen knife. Okay? And when I say very large, I mean pretty much as big as you can get. Starts proceeding to try and actually kill the guy. Pretty much, I'm laughing because the whole thing is completely unbelievable. But guys, I've got the video. Trying to kill the guy right in front of a security office, and most importantly and extraordinarily of all, in front of someone that I know who filmed the entire thing. Now, the only reason I found out about that is because he posted it yesterday. I think I and probably many others saved a copy because honestly I think it'll get taken down. He didn't blur out the attempted murder, which is something of a problem. Why? Well, because it goes against YouTube community guidelines. Hopefully it'll be okay. The Romanian girl, who I wasn't even focusing on selling the balloons, is getting a little bit bashful, doesn't want to be on camera, is probably working for an organised criminal group, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, would you believe all of this happened right in front of the camera? Yeah, thoroughly extraordinary. Police turned up. It took them about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Obviously, they turned up, arrested the knife man, etc. But the really extraordinary thing is that the perpetrator, having emerged from the Turkish consulate general, is almost certainly a diplomat. What does that mean? It means that he'll get to walk almost certainly scot-free. Why? Diplomatic community people, that's why. So it doesn't matter if he's arrested, doesn't matter if they think they're going to charge him. At the end of the day, they can't. Yeah. Geneva Convention, it's as simple as that. And we've been through this a few times, curiously enough. Before, there was a young lad that was tragically hit and killed by the spouse of a serving member of the US military. To the best of my knowledge, he still was not prosecuted here in the UK for that. Death by dangerous driving. Just another example. There have been a few in London. There's a very famous one actually with a Pakistani guy that ran back to Pakistan under diplomatic community and is still living there happy. Not to mention, for example, there's lovely Russian gents who popped over to drop some Novichok around the Salisbury area. Same thing. I don't think in that case they came diplomatic community, but they were later elevated to positions in the Russian Duma, which is pretty much the same thing anyway. This sort of tete-a-tete of diplomatic musical chairs is extraordinary. But that event yesterday, to the best of my knowledge, that was the first time that has happened, the burning of a Quran on British soil. It might have happened before, but I don't ever remember it hitting the news. It was a big deal in Sweden very recently because the chap who did that in Sweden was later murdered. Quite extraordinary, eh, folks, to have something like that happening here in London. Now, my take on it is a very simple one. Nobody should desecrate or disrespect anyone else's religion, but more importantly, should certainly not seek to provoke a violent reaction by burning a religious book of any flavour, be it Quran, Torah, Bible, anything for that matter. It's obviously a gross provocation, not that it excuses the actions of the knife man, but goodness gracious me, you would not think a thing would happen on the streets in London in 2025, but it did. And from my perspective, the most extraordinary part of it, there are many extraordinary parts of it, is how calmly the whole thing was videoed and captured. And it is also a little bit concerning that something can happen like that right in broad daylight, unexpectedly, when you're really thinking, you know what, it's a nice day, everything will be fine. Just like today. Speaking of nice days when it might be fine, guys, tomorrow's going to be a mush. Again, what a surprise. There's also going to be another massive Free Palestine protest, this time primarily against Trump's Gaza Riviera project, which, let's be honest, is a complete and utter nonsense. It's a smart bargaining chip, but it will never actually happen. Far too controversial. And more importantly, who gave Trump the right to unilaterally decide that a whole group of people can be displaced and moved elsewhere against their will? Outfit of the day, I think, is already going to go to this lady, as well as pose of the day with it. But anyway, the reason tomorrow's protest is interesting is that I believe they're heading, the Palestine protesters, to the US Embassy, which is over the river. Fascinating part being, they're starting, tomorrow's protest march is going to start on Whitehall. Now, I don't know if that's going to be as far down as horseguards, but what I do know is that there's a very good chance there'll be no kingsguard tomorrow. I will try to establish that 100% either way after today's video. Ask the police if they know whether it's all going to be closed tomorrow. It's going to be super annoying to come out and have it shut down. I will be out and about tomorrow anyway to cover the protest. What a surprise. The queue are getting a bit cheesed off behind me because Red here is taking a flipping good time. Look at this. I mean, how long does it take to get a couple of pictures? Bloody hell. She's like, hey, let me have a look at the pictures. Well, come and get one with me. Let's make the wait another 15 hours. The stupid positions with the legs, I never understood that. It's like, hello. Extraordinary. So that's the past 24 hours, guys. Utter madness and almost carnage in London. Narrowly avoided. And another giant protest. And I do think tomorrow's one will be very well attended. Yes, the weather's going to be quite mushy, a bit dark, which might dampen spirits and numbers somewhat, but obviously there's a lot of anger about this plan to Rivierify Gaza. And you know what? I actually tend to agree with them. Yeah. For anyone that doesn't, ask yourself this: if you and your families have lived in the same place for X hundred years and someone comes along and says, oh, by the way, you all need to leave now, go somewhere else, you'd be like, wait, what? Hello? Completely ridiculous. But there we are. Onwards and upwards to horseguards, guys. Well, I kept my intro under 10 minutes. It's quite impressive, isn't it? For a little chatterbox like me. So today we can enjoy, I'm hoping, relative peace, quiet, and some horses, Blues and Royals, back for the long weekend. I mean, they're probably delighted to have arrived this morning in this lovely weather, but at the same time they're going to be like when they wake up tomorrow, because the biggest issue tomorrow is the fact that, yeah, we've got this mush, we've got a cold, overcast day with very low levels of lighting. Today's a lot better than it's been for a week. It's still not perfect, however, next week is looking pretty optimistic, folks. Instead, the other thing about today you might not guess from the weather, you can see most people are very well wrapped up. The air temperature is 4 degrees, but with wind chill, it's quite a harsh one this morning, it's 0. Yep. It is 0 degrees, guys. I can feel it. I can feel it in my fingers and in my toes. I can feel it elsewhere as well, and I'm not talking about my nose. It is yeah, a little bit nippy, folks. Speaking about nippy, could Ormond possibly make a comeback? I don't know. Those 2 classic reels that I found, I don't know how on earth they were there. They were in my drafts folder. When I was trying to pin some reels, there were 2 unpublished drafts. And curiously enough, I think they go so far back, certainly one of them, with the guy on the phone walking into the horse, that I'm not even sure I knew that Ormond was Ormond. That was way over a year ago. So quite a pleasant surprise to find that those 2 little videos had not been published. I mean, the guy walking into the horse on his phone, I remember that one very well, but the other one, the Chinese tourist, yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that. Interestingly, and that was probably, I mean, there have been worse examples of horses biting and throwing or pushing people to the ground, but that was the worst example I think that was ever captured of Ormond being a cheeky boy. And the fact to happen right in front of us during a live was all the more extraordinary. So yes, I'm hoping he might be brought back for a last hurrah. Maybe they're holding him back until peak tourist season. That way he can be let loose to destroy as many tourist aspirations as possible before they quite possibly put him out to grass with the horse trust. Don't read anything into that, folks. I have no insider information. I'm just going on what's happened before with horses that have been retired after an honourable service in the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment. And when it comes to honourable service by horses, I mean, Titan, Overlord, the late Kaiser, obviously Monty, there are quite a number of very high profile horses, but I remember, oh yes, that massive, I think it was the Blues that had a gigantic horse that was even bigger than Overlord and Titan, and I'm 99% certain, I remember them telling me about it, that his name was Goliath. Before my time, guys, before our time on this channel. But Goliath was apparently a monster, the biggest horse they ever had, apparently. So if Ormond is going to follow in that line of illustrious horses who at some point either have or will be retired to the Horses Trust, which I think is in Melbury in Leicestershire, I think, I can't remember. Decent numbers coming out of the front gates. I mean, it's been such a curious up and down with numbers in the past, to be honest, actually not even in the past week or two. It's been very curious since we restarted the videos after Christmas. And it's not just the lines. Yes, of course that's had an impact and has somewhat changed the dynamic, but just this general crowding of people, which yes is indeed due to the boxes, but it's also due to a cultural shift that I think I predicted about 6 months ago, didn't I, when I said it's going to take some time for ultimately the tourists to start disciplining the other tourists. I remember mentioning that several months ago in the video, and it happened. So many times the tourists have said, at the end of the day, the issue is that other tourists, etc., will obviously decide at some point to step in, and rightly so. I think in many ways that's actually been the upside of the boxes, the fact that we've had this involuntary collective disapproval for many groups of tourists when somebody has gone and walked into the box. I see that as being a huge positive myself. A lot of people filming today, a lot of tourists sort of just strutting around generally. The changeover is finished. It's exactly 20 minutes to noon. I'm not late. I was actually hoping for that today. A bit of sunshine, a bit of warmth, a bit of light, brightness. Horsey's looking happy. Which one is it? I don't know, but one of you will know. Could be. Morning. Could well be rough guess, Valerian. Not sure, to be honest, people. I'm just going by the shape of his head. I don't think it's Valerian, actually. Still a beauty either way. Don't worry, horse naming in the videos will resume, guys, when it gets a bit busier. And when I feel far more comfortable with the idea of my brand new phone getting stolen. I mean, that moment might never arrive. I might never be comfortable with it, but that's the plan. Okay, I'm going kind of cutting through slowly. Who have we got at the other end? Now, oh, hold on a second, guys. This is good news. Look who's back. Tashman is back. Looking mighty splendid. On a very happy horse who's enjoying the sunlight. Look, his forelock is gently moving in the breeze. It's not windy this morning, but it's breezy. There's a good bit of movement, etc. in the air. Not a lot, but enough to make it, I think, potentially interesting morning. As usual, the Blues have done a brilliant job of misaligning the sign. I'll tell you guys, the Blues and Royals are far more of a pro-Shakespearean regiment than the lifeguards. One would certainly think so, given the fact that they almost never ever get the sign right, which is strange. They were truly made in a silly schoolboy error this morning of putting on a top, an exercise top that he'd forgotten to completely dry. And I'd be feeling feeling a little wet walking around in my top. Let's hope that my body heat will slowly counteract the moisture. Who have we got inside today? Oh, it's a well-known, popular, new-ish trooper, guys. He was the same gatesman on the day that the Blondie tourist turned up and went into the arches to have a casual chat with him, as one does. Yeah, so he's back on duty over there. Police seem pretty chill today. There's only two of them. There would have been more when the guard change was ongoing, but now, for the moment, two. Golly, I don't think I've seen this many people filming here in this year yet. I've counted at least 10. That's a lot. Not necessarily negative, because at least anything and everything that happens will get captured by someone. Because, as you know, yours truly is not here every day, far from it. And even when I am here, I'm not here for many hours. So lots of stuff does miss this channel. But you know what? We get most of the interesting, or most interesting parts. Why? Because we bother to investigate the reasoning behind them. I think you might have seen there were about 4 or 5 videos actually with the group from New York that were published across many channels. Yours truly happened accidentally to feature in them, which is fine, I don't mind. But it was interesting because not one of them, of all the people filming, said a word to the group. And that's a mentality I'm a little bit struggling with, because as I see it, just like yesterday, the situation with the knife man in Knightsbridge, I think when something that serious or dramatic happens, and you're right there, my personal opinion is that it's not a bad thing to get involved. And before you all jump in and say, oh, but it's dangerous, I don't mean, going all Superman, etc., and trying to resolve the problem yourself. A bit too bright that way, the flaring. I mean either quickly putting the phone down, away, and calling the authorities, or more importantly, trying using verbal tactics to distract the perpetrator. That often works best because people in that frame of mind, in other words, that are extremely stressed, often out of control because of the adrenaline. Best tactic is to try to calm them, not to confront them. But a lot of people don't get that, which is unfortunate. And we haven't had any super serious situations like that on this channel yet. Hopefully we never will. However, and I think this is key, the interactions that we have had with other people that have been a bit naughty have ended up being overwhelmingly positive, because a calm and measured approach, I think, is key. In other words, somebody who's armed or extremely angry and or upset and or in some cases off their head, they will never respond well to confrontation or threats, etc. And a good example of that is the channels in the US where we see many people drunk, a little out of control, on meth, whatever, generally unhappy. And the police are there, sometimes, a dozen officers all saying, get on the floor, or tase you, or shoot you, blah, blah, blah. And the crazy person is just like, well, do it then. Because you can't think logically at that point, can you? You really can't. However, calm, logical negotiation often yields a more positive, safe ending. It's easy to say that, I know, guys, when we're not under pressure, as it were, but we've been under minor pressure on this channel so far. And if it happens again, I'll deal with it when it happens again. Hopefully in a calm way. If not, I'll just get murdered on my own channel. Kidding, guys. Imagine actually if this is posted in the future. Actually, let's not go there. Okay, we've got some reasonable numbers, and I'm expecting lots of people to be arriving from the palace in the next between 10 and 30 minutes, give or take. They normally start to back up in the tunnel during the guard change at noon, which is coming up very soon. So 2 new horses, 2 new guards, and lots of happy tourists.
I can just go close to him.
You can go close, but you can't get on the horse. It's his horse. But you're allowed anywhere that's outside of the white box. If you go in the box, he'll shout at you. Yeah. and you'll be on YouTube, so don't go in the box. You've probably seen those videos, where people will get shouted at or get back, get away from the horse, etc. It happens a lot here, even with the box. Plus other tourists just walk straight in when somebody's getting a picture. It's funny. Oh, little school of minions have just arrived, look. Being pushed around in quad pushchairs. It's kind of interesting. They're always really squeezed tightly around the box though, these groups, which is... Oh, one's upset, which is a nice thing to see. The trouble is now the lady missed an opportunity to get a good picture. But she's going to try again. Because there's so many others there. See, he didn't shout at you. Okay, she's happy. What a lovely smile. Okay, who's next? No.
Oliver no quiere. Oliver tiene miedo. No quiere. Oliver, delante mía. Ponte delante mía.
I will try it, endeavour to move somewhat more centre on as we get closer to the bell. We've still got exactly 10 minutes, so there's no rush. There are a lot of cameras here today, so I need to give myself a little bit of space so that I'm not narrating 10 different videos at once. I mean, not that I care. At the end of the day, if somebody wants to stand near me, fine, but as long as I was there first. Otherwise it's unfair just to barge in and assume carte blanche. Very curious to see slowly over the course of the morning which groups we end up with. It's Friday, and Friday typically, more often than not, ends up being Chinese Day here at Horseguards. I don't know if that's because the larger groups are always booked for Fridays, but we'll see. I think the first really bright sunny day is going to be Sunday. And most of next week should be the same, guys. Dry, sunny. So potentially a lot to look forward to. And half term's always a brilliant, fun week here, actually. No. Gosh, they keep on standing super far back in many cases. There's a guy actually walking around in shorts in the yard. I'm not sure if he accidentally got on the wrong plane. I think he was hoping to go to Austria, ended up in London. Move away a bit, guys, because got some super coffee tourists, and I'd rather not end up with some Frenchy germs all over me. Some kind of cold or similar between now and next week. Got my worst nightmare, to be honest, getting sick again. Hopefully it won't happen. I mean, one never knows. Oh, I didn't see you for a while.
Where you been?
At the same time.
Where you been?
I mean, I was here day before yesterday. Where you were?
Wednesday.
You were here on Wednesday. I think I came a little bit later, so I think maybe we missed each other.
No, I most probably went down to St James's and then pissed off.
Yeah. To be honest, it's been just too cold and mushy to be that optimistic about being outside anyway in the past
I
week.
went up to St James's and then I went home, and that was it. And I was up there yesterday, not a lot going on, and I was up today. So.
Yeah, yesterday I was busy,
up at,
but it wasn't busy here yesterday apparently. A couple of people said it was very quiet.
I was up down doing. I've got some new ones started there, so I've been up there yesterday.
You mean household division,
Yeah.
new soldiers, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of new faces here as well, to be honest.
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, he's been here before, it's not his first day. Same with the guy in the Archers, but they've only been in for a couple of months.
Yeah.
They've got some new ones coming through with both regiments.
I think they change them all over. I don't have the same ones there all the time, they change them all about now.
Yeah, they're changing them far more frequent than they used to, actually, to be honest. It's kind of interesting, because every time you turn up, you never know who you're going to get.
No.
Just like a box of chocolates, folks. You don't know what you're going to get. Big Palestine protest tomorrow, starting here. It's going to the embassy. I wonder if they're going to keep this place on lockdown all day. No?
I don't come up tomorrow. I might come up Sunday, see what happens, see if the trains are alright.
Next week is half term, am I right? As well.
I think so, yeah, it's going to be hell, isn't it?
I mean, good hell. Plus, it's going to be sunny.
No,
so
not hell, it's going to be hell.
No, I'm saying, but good hell. Like positive hell in the sense of there being, a little bit of life, a bit of action
too
here.
many people, I don't like
It is a bit busy on the half term, agreed. For still photography, it's a nightmare.
I don't like it. I prefer it when it's just quiet, it's not too busy.
Yeah, but hopefully this is the
Things
start
like
of us.
COVID, it was lovely.
Yeah, agreed. Hopefully this is the start of things getting a bit better. I mean, this is the first bright morning in a week, and everything's different. You just feel better about going outside, don't you, when it's like this?
It's still cold.
Yeah, it's still flipping freezing, but the light is great for pictures.
I don't mind it, but the sun's shit sometimes.
Yeah, it is this morning. Not warming us up at all.
It's trying to get photos and it's all level.
Yep.
It's nice to see it, I see it, but it's horrible when it's out. It's mucks the pictures up.
I'll show you something that happened yesterday. That was filmed. It wasn't here, but it was very, very controversial. I'll turn the sound down because you'll be shocked at this. It was kind of reported in some of the media, but in most of it, they skipped it. Look at this. This is opposite the barracks in Knightsbridge yesterday. 1 second.
Yeah, he was at the barracks yesterday.
No. This happened opposite the barracks in Knightsbridge yesterday. Look at this.
Well, what was he doing?
Chap turns up at the Turkish consulate burning a Quran. That diplomat runs out armed. Obviously not caring because he's probably got diplomatic immunity. Look at this. And again in the face, look.
Shit. Did he have a gun? Or a knife?
No, a massive kitchen knife.
No coppers about either.
It took them a while to turn up, but the fact that it was opposite the barracks was the thing that surprised me.
Shit.
Madness, no? That can happen in the centre of London in daylight on a Thursday afternoon. It's like, what?
Did you put it on?
It's not mine. No, someone that I know that was here last week filming.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
There.
No, but he posted it yesterday, and then I quickly grabbed a little bit of it and thought, you know what, this is just crazy. Yeah, kind of shows that anything can happen here now in 1 second as well, which is a bit concerning. Yeah, you're just taking a picture or whatever, and somebody gets the wrong end of the stick.
He didn't stab him; he just booted the shit out of him.
Yeah, but it was interesting the way that he held the knife. Normal idiots, like kids, they're like this, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't think.
But
he would have used it.
No, but he had it the other way. He had it the smart way. You could see the guy had military training because he was holding it with the blade backwards. That is how you use it, this way. Whereas the little kids are like this. That's not how to. Yeah. It's not how to do it at all.
Well, I don't think
Which is-
I don't know if he would have used it. I don't know.
It looked pretty hairy though, didn't it?
Stupid, isn't it? Idiot, isn't it? Never mind.
Right, folks, I'll see you soon. There's the reaction of the military photographer. It was an extraordinary thing to see. Thoroughly extraordinary, actually. One of the most remarkable videos I think I've seen this year, filmed here in London. If I see him about, or if he's here at Horseguards today, I'll ask him if he's happy for me to drop a link. The thing is, I think the more attention it gets, the more chance there is of it getting deleted. Oops. I was half tempted to be in the yard, but looking at the numbers, I think we're going to have more fun with people streaming out of the yard after the changeover, and it being noon, chances of it being a double change are very, very, very limited. So I think what we're going to do, we're in front of the tourists taking pictures, is stay with Tashman. Have you got no gloves, I tell you, in this weather? What? It's super cold now. Was this today or yesterday? Is she curtsying, like bowing, or? Oh! Oh my god. This happened yesterday. This is not mine, by the way. You might know the channel. Don't say it out loud. This, crazily enough, happened right opposite the barracks yesterday. Okay. Look at this.
Really?
Is that true? Yesterday afternoon in Knightsbridge.
He's got a knife?
Yep.
No, he's got no knife.
Yes, he has. Look in his hand. In his right hand. What's that?
Yeah. What book he got?
Quran.
Oh my God! In London.
Yeah, Turkish diplomat. Some guy just turns up burning it. Obviously, he gets upset, runs out. Boom.
No, but that he can't.
Look at this. The delivery driver kicks him in the face as well.
Yeah, but whatever this guy done, he's done wrong. Imagine somebody do Bible or anything like this. He's no good man. That means he wants to fight. But
The
if
fact
he
that
people,
that could happen was a surprising thing. But luckily,
there's
he
no
was there
in the
to
news.
capture.
There's no in the news.
This is exactly why a lot of us saved it, because it's not being covered in the mainstream media. But it happened yesterday. This was yesterday. A couple of them did pick it up. Daily Mail and GB News have got it.
They got it.
They run small pieces about it, but nothing on on the mainstream. Nothing in the Guardian, nothing BBC that I've seen. Interesting though, how they're hushing up interesting stories. I wonder why.
But I tell you one thing, this guy who got knife, hitting him, they plan together.
You think?
How come somebody is there with a knife standing?
Okay, because the building that he was outside was the Turkish consulate in Knightsbridge. So the guy that came out with the knife, we're assuming, has diplomatic immunity. Turkish
Doesn't matter he got
diplomat.
knife? No, this is planned.
You think that the whole thing was set up?
Yeah, he said 100% sure. Look, man, somebody there, or Bible or whatever. You think somebody standing in with a gun and standing up?
Oh no, but when this is just like a little bit, etc. But when the video begins, he's nearby doing something else. Then this happens. Also, afterwards, you can see the guy's been cut on his arm.
They make it look like it just happened, but it's
That would have been good enough for
how many people
Spielberg.
getting in, I think, this area? No one.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. In this area, no. Too many cameras for sure.
This is why this cover is national TV. This is not cover.
Because you think that they know that the whole thing was
That
pre-planned.
will be exposed as soon as I think it's planned.
That's an interesting
Why
perspective. That's a very interesting perspective. I mean, it might explain it, but then again, the guy getting cut at the end, that was a bit.
Yeah.
Unless it was an accident.
Don't. You know these people are fed about these things. But cutting and all, they're all part, they get paid for that. I think my analysis, but
Yeah, it could
maybe
be
I'm
true.
wrong.
No, you might have a point. Let's be at points, guys. Next horse is coming out. I'll try not to focus on that video too much. It's a good, very good perspective that my friend here just made about it possibly being pre-planned. I personally don't think it was, just because I've seen all the footage. even the stuff that wasn't published. So either it's a brilliant production involving a crew, or it wasn't. Okay, one of the twins is back, folks. Not, sadly. I was just about to say hopefully both are back, but no, we've only got one. Lady trooper here, gent trooper in the other box. I mean, that certainly helps me to decide which box we're going to focus on. Oh yes, so we did choose the right end ultimately, and surprisingly, to be quite honest. Must remember, I'm trying to keep a mental note, must remember to ask the police about tomorrow. Okay, and also the knot changeover in the yard. Gatesman hasn't moved. So this is good. Let's see what might or might not happen at this end. Now, we know that she's super strict with the enforcement of the box. What we don't know is whether anybody's going to walk into it, so that enforcement gets utilised. Here's another very fine dressed horse on the left. Hey, alright?
How are you?
I haven't seen this many people filming since like last summer. It's very busy. Oh, it's all good. Procession, folks, of well-dressed people this morning. And very kind of him to say sorry, even though he did nothing wrong. But the days of being able to stand, kind of 6 feet from the horse's nose are over, at least until we get that Easter potential summer crush. Ta-da. This is interesting. They're having a discussion, the lady and gent in front of me, about whether or not the trooper is going to speak to him. I don't know if he might well be an ex-trooper himself, but his wife is trying to say to him that it's pointless because he, even though it's a she, won't talk to you. I mean, let's see. One never knows. Oh, I thought they were going for a picture. Nope, they're off. I'm thinking, yeah, possible ex-trooper, in fact, wanted to have a word. Oh. Somebody was just shouted at extremely loudly at the other end. Somebody like the white box. That's interesting. We didn't have a good look at the trooper who's in the box the other end yet. We will do that in a minute. I'm trying to keep an eye on who's coming out the gate and which way they're turning when they come out the gate. But at least there's decent football this morning. That shot did draw the attention of the police, interestingly enough. I can't see from where I'm standing now which trooper we've got at the other end, but we'll find out in a few minutes.
Attention, Malo sur le côté, mais va sur le côté là-bas.
I don't need to mention which language we're hearing spoken to my left. So it appears it will be a Frenchie there again. Mais oui. Okay, so now it's a little bit better here. Let's have a look. Who do we have in the other box? I don't know. Let's find out. Interesting, one thing I did forget about is we had 2 videos in the past week or two with young gents visiting from New York. The guys from New Jersey, and then the large Orthodox Jewish group who also said they were from New York. I didn't know or don't know exactly where. Actually, hold on a second. Hold everything, guys. Stop the press. I think, it's very hard to see, in fact, when they've got the helmet on. I think, I think, I don't know actually, but this trooper, I'm pretty sure, hasn't been spotted here in some time. Either it's someone new, it's someone that is remarkably similar in his appearance to a long-serving blue. It's impossible to be sure. I'm not going to zoom in on his face. I think it's a tash that makes him look like a certain other trooper that's very well known across social media. Either that or someone brand new. Instinctively, judging by how loud the shout was and how it was delivered, my money is on this not being a new trooper. In other words, it being a returning famous face. Some of the troopers that I recognise instantly, even out and about in London, because I live not very far from the barracks, look so different, incredibly different, without the helmet. So it's really hard to say 100%. That's a good picture as well. Great light this morning, eh? For oh. Okay, so he's absolutely not taking any nonsense. In fact, he's not even taking it a step in the box as something that is permissible. And it's interesting because that situation we've discussed several times, guys, about the locals that think they can just stroll through it on their way to work. Not anymore, it would appear. Where's everyone that was at the palace, I wonder? To be honest, we know that the box is going to be ruthlessly enforced, in all likelihood, for the duration of the weekend. With these two troopers on, not to mention the two that just left, and looking at who's on foot in the yard, it doesn't matter who ends up on the horse this weekend. The box is going to be well looked after, we can say that with certainty. Ta-da. Many people though this morning are looking along the line at the number of cameras. Conservatively, I'd say there are now 12. And yes, guys, that does include me. So yes, I am in that respect part of the inverted commas problem. But I do attempt to be here very moderately. The extraordinary thing will actually be, if there are this many people now, then wow, the summer, I mean, we're going to end up seeing like 30, 40 people filming. Decent numbers though, people coming forward, one at a time, respectfully. This mustachioed blues has got a certain presence, actually. I wonder if you could drop the horse name as well, guys, this one in particular. For the moment, being able to see the other end as well, I'm basing where I stand solely on whether or not I think people are likely to come forward. Best dressed guy here, look. I think he's here to make a rap video. Actually, I'm going to need to get in front at some point, aren't I? Probably close to being directly in front, otherwise we're going to have no horsey picture of the day. And this beauty, to be quite honest, plus trooper, are currently in prime position for that honour. Beautiful light to film, guys, at this end today. Bearing in mind the sunlight, what's left of it is behind me, so it's casting a perfect level of light over the box. few people waiting actually to come up. Oh, next best dressed, straight from Brazil. Obrigado. You know I'm right. Definitely, you could tell. Best dressed, best skin, best smile every time, I'm right? Brazil and then Philippines. That's it, I didn't forget. Who's next? Ta-da. Oh. What was that? Oh, I don't know. What was it that he shouted about? I was at that end. Ah, that was what it was. So people just casually walking across the line. Okay, well, I mean, this is good.
Not in here. This one is closed.
But were you standing here when he shouted? Yeah. Ah, there you see. But you missed it. Ah. Wait, hold on. When you do the live though, do you do it in 1080p or 720? Why? If you did it in 1080, then you could just use your live footage to cut out the.
I know. I'm not prepared for that. I just.
Yeah, but hold on. You're using the YouTube itself, the YouTube app, yeah? Prism Live. Yes, put Prism Live on and then connect your YouTube account to it, and then you just select 1080p in Prism Live. That's the solution. That's what everyone else, well, not everyone, but that's what most people are doing with Prism Live. It makes a big difference, yeah. It's free as well, yeah. If I forget to mention again, Prism Live. No, but to be honest, most people don't even know about being able to use another app to connect it. But it's much better. You can set the frame rate. Also, you can tell Prism to save the stream raw after it's finished. Yes. So it's saved on YouTube, and you get a copy on your phone from Prism as well in 1080p, 60 frames per second. So every time you live stream, Prism. I never saw you live stream, so I don't know. I didn't even know that you did it. The other thing is, I hate to give you the bad news, but you're using the gimbal the wrong way around as well. Look at the difference between my camera mount and yours. The phone's supposed to be your side. No, but what I mean is like this. It's supposed to be in front of you, not like behind. That makes sense? Aren't any tourists going to come this morning, guys? I don't know what's happened to the people that were at the palace. Like, where have they all gone? They're not here, which is curious. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Wait, free ice cream for Valentine's Day. Look at this. I haven't got enough spare hands. If I had somebody that could feed me.
I get one for you.
Yeah, I've got no spare hand. Plus, ice cream for breakfast probably isn't that smart, to be fair.
Do you want one?
No, no, it's too cold.
Look at this guy. Look, it's free.
That's actually really sweet, to be honest, isn't it? Look, good PR as well for the company that are giving away the ice cream.
How about you, John?
No, no. It's way too cold to be eating ice cream. It's flipping freezing.
I regret it. I have no
I told you, not only that you put. Wait, did you not take a spoon? Like, how are you going to eat it? Oh goodness me! Oops. Lady with ice cream in the box. Let's ask the lady which company. She deserves all the promo for being so optimistic.
Ice cream for Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I missed that one shot as well. You're right, Johnny.
The crowd's around
I
there.
didn't believe you from the first play.
You thought I was joking about free ice cream.
Yeah.
I wanted folks, everyone's getting pictures with the Valentine's Day ice cream lady, who's basically being bombarded at this point. I was hoping she would get a picture with the horse, but I mean, she might get a picture with these horses. Look. What an interesting and curious morning, eh? I mean, I kind of was hoping, other than the girl on the bridge, we would get something a little bit Valentine's here. Ladies, which company is it that you're promoting?
Oh, me, I'm an artist.
Ah. Love Laura.
I've got a truck up there.
Wait, a whole truck full of ice cream?
Yeah.
Gosh,
Happy Valentine's Day.
that's amazing, folks.
Oh.
Look, all the YouTubers stealing all the ice cream. All the ice cream. Gosh,
Okay, we're done. Yeah.
it's very busy. If you go with the horse, you'll be on everyone's channels and videos today. It'll be great promo for you. Like if you go over sort of in front of the, if you stand outside the white box but under the sign, yeah, you'll be on a lot of videos.
Do it. Laura is the whole You've got people asking.
Somebody to take a picture.
Sorry.
It's a smart PR move, no, for sure.
You think so?
I think she's a little nervous about getting shouted at by the trooper.
That was John.
Bro, no.
Being sweet for Valentine's
You're going to get
Day.
all over your face as well. LauraTowers.com, people, is the website of the artist. Who I hope.
behind you, okay?
Nope, the trooper doesn't want an ice cream. I mean, we kind of guessed he wouldn't. I mean,
Horse maybe like it.
he might secretly want an ice cream, but
I
love this comment. This voice is
no, I mean, it's a bit cold. Plus, what's he going to do if he's got a sword in... Oh, you almost lost it, you're right. He's got a sword in one hand. Good job there, ladies. Okay, that was a very unusual, smart PR move, I must say. I'm not sure I particularly liked a few people egging her on to offer him the ice cream. I did suggest she stand over there for a picture, but it is what it is. To be honest, it was harmless, I guess. But yeah, LauraTowers.com, folks, the artist. And the funniest thing of all is her friend said to her, she was clearly very, very nervous about going anywhere near the horse, and rightly so. Her friend said to her, go on, Laura, it's easier than childbirth, and you've done that twice. I'm not sure if the microphone picked it up. The trooper... Oh, the guy's saying something about his kid or whatever. Just say, get out of the white box, please. Now, luckily, I think the ladies in the ice cream tray have moved along because almost everyone else that was filming has vanished. The other problem is, when you finish, where are you going to put it? It's like no rubbish bin.
I think about that already.
Oh, good lord. Folks, as if that wasn't interesting enough, we've got another familiar face coming out the gates. Look at this. Chelsea pensioner. Now, the lifeguards have extraordinarily... Oh, Chelsea pensioner. Almost became an ex-Chelsea pensioner. Very, very close to the bus. I'm going along slowly. I think the artist is finished. The curious thing actually though about that, PR stunt as it were, is that her branding was not very clear, which for an artist I was somewhat surprised about. I was looking to see if there was a QR code or another way to identify why she was here and what the stunt was for, but there was nothing. And even on the little cards that she handed out, it was very, very hard to see exactly who she was and why she was here. This end is completely bonkers this morning, folks. Look at it. Honestly, next week is going to be just wow with these kind of numbers. Okay, so we're kind of in. We absolutely 100% know that both the troopers are completely no nonsense, which is a glorious thing for a Friday morning here at Horseguards. It's exceedingly likely that we'll roll into a second part, simply because it doesn't really matter whether these two or the first two, Tashba and the other trooper, who to be honest we didn't even capture yet properly in the video. It doesn't matter which of the four are on this morning. Consistency is the key, and wow, they've got it under control. Finches are discussing something about the box. Incidentally, the box itself, folks, I would go and have an ice cream picnic on it. Look. Now, yes, obviously the horses haven't made a mess yet, but the box is sparkling. It was definitely fully swept and or hosed overnight. I'm not seeing a single piece of anything in the box. Maybe she's an equestrian explaining something about the hooves. That would be my take. The sign is so far off being level, it's almost comical. One thing we've never seen, actually it wouldn't happen because of the way that it's mounted. So we've never seen the trooper hang the sign upside down by mistake. But I think they quickly realised, even if they did that, because of the way, I think it's got piano wire or a chain behind it. Actually, wait, they're Spanish, having a chat in Spanish about something, and she's saying "se complicado," something complicado. I thought she's trying to convince him to join HCAV. Whee! So we only saw two minor Valentine's Day stunts so far. Shy balloon girl on the bridge. And very optimistic and gregarious artist with ice cream here at Horseguards. Extraordinary, to be honest. I mean, we're right in front now. Trooper, box, horse, tourist. The surprising thing, to be honest, was that the trooper even responded. That he said no to the lady. I thought he would completely ignore it, given that it did look like something of a PR stunt. Oh, see, look, somebody has a rose. I'm looking a lot of the time when I'm filming through into the yard to see what's happening, and the yard is very quiet today. A few people over with the Chitsman, but the Gatesman side is, wow, I mean, it's almost like it's closed. bro is like Canadian bro. With it looks Canadian. It looks Canadian to me. Like the way that he just casually strolled over is like, hey bro, it's my box. Oh, someone's saying no, you can't. No, you can't what?
You got that, John. Just you. No one else. I didn't got it.
No, but it's I couldn't see actually. Actually, wait, there he is. 1 second. Yeah, it's a maple leaf, isn't it?
Well, you can tell the body language when they walk. You know?
Wait, his friend's gonna come over now. Oh, goodness me.
Go on the other side, بس خليك distance.
1 second, folks. I can't tell actually. They're speaking in Arabic, so it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, they're chatting in Arabic, so I'm not sure if they're Canadian. 1 second. That's his friend. Oh, and another one that's told on the left to get out of the box. That's annoying actually, because I'd like to know. I always do try to sort of, give an indication of where the person that shouted at is from, but we missed it with those chaps. They headed off across the road real fast. I'm pretty sure that was a maple leaf on his hat. Let's see, guys. You can always correct me if you think I'm wrong. Those troopers had a good morning, I must say. A man holding child. His feet are just about on the line. Notice the trooper's extremely observant. In fact, a definite boxmanator we've got at this end this morning. Glad that I arrived as his shift began. And to be honest, it will certainly make it an interesting weekend, assuming that horseguards is even open tomorrow. I might actually just let this video run for a little bit longer instead of doing a separate part 2. Let me see, guys, on the other phone how long we've got until the next change. 30 minutes. No, that's going to be way too long. It's going to be a 90-minute video. I think I'll leave this one to roll for another 15 to 20, depending on whether or not we actually get anyone here, because right now it's odd, I think is the best way to describe. Oh, hold on. It's a rich person with expensive bag. The best videos ever are rich people getting out of that. Good view, guys, haven't we, from here of the line? Oh, you alright?
Yeah, long time.
I'll show you something that I bet you haven't seen yet. That hasn't been on the mass media from yesterday. This is not mine, by the way, but wow.
Someone else's, yeah.
Yeah, but pretty extreme. 1 second. This was yesterday opposite the barracks.
Go very nice.
Yep. And why is it this kind of stuff doesn't hit the mainstream, I wonder?
They're too scared.
Bad narrating, right?
Yeah.
Massively. Now that I'm photographer, I hadn't seen it yet, which is surprising, folks. As I say, it happened right outside the barracks yesterday. Why are the mainstream media not covering it fully? If you search for it, Quran burned in London with yesterday's date, you will find it on some of the, should we say, more right of centre media outlets. But mainstream media is not covering it at all. Okay, Gatesman's out. Okay, he's going to come over this way. How do I know that? Because I was cheekily keeping an eye on the trooper's sword. Oh, here we go. Awkward moment approaching. This lucky girl got a picture with both. How's about that then? He's like, so this artist came along and offered me an ice cream. It actually looked thoroughly delicious. Problem is, I've got the reins in one hand, and I wouldn't have been able to eat it. But I wonder, my good man, if you could perhaps pop down to Trafalgar Square and ask. Oh, look, notice that the trooper has popped his sword on the ground. Imagine, guys, if a tourist came over and took it. Brilliant, actually, to see how they work together now. Oh, gosh. Look, the crowd is parting like the Red Sea did for Moses. Extraordinary thing to say, really. Yeah, we're going to have to leave it rolling, ladies and gents. I know it's annoying to have such a long video, but hey, better too long than too short, am I right, ladies? I was just hoping that she wouldn't go over the line and get shouted at. It wouldn't be a good thing to upset, I think, our instinctively Swedish visitors to London. She's in the box. Oh, now she's not in the box. That's super quick self-correction. Uh-oh. What's that red coat? Is it in the barracks this morning? Oh, wow, that is an amazing... The symmetry of that is perfect. That's a brilliant picture. In fact, that's probably the picture of the year so far now. That's a really... because of the light as well.
The light, and they managed the guards managed to keep the door and the gates open for me to take it from.
I see, look, these special privileges. Oh. That said, you used them well. That is an excellent picture.
I told the MOD officers this morning I was down here
Yeah.
to make sure that the area is safe for them to go in.
Yeah, it makes sense, to be honest.
A few tourists did not really shout anything.
They never do, though, do they? In fact, they're super entitled, some of these tourists.
What's the update with Boston? What's the update with them over there?
To me, it doesn't exist. I just ignore it. It's the easiest approach. You know me, I'm super chill, but if he gets in my face, I'll respond, but I'll just completely ignore. Other than that, it's the easiest way to deal with that level of idiocy, I think, isn't it, really? I'm wondering, actually, if they're going to close this completely tomorrow, because the March of Palestine is starting here. Yeah. You think... I mean, I'm wondering if oh, here we go, get ready. Is that, without saying it, is that true? I think it is, isn't it? Or is that a new face? Is it a new face?
Yeah,
Because he looks exactly like a very, very popular Blues and Royals. But I wasn't sure when I first saw him if it is him back from Bulford or it's a new guy. This one's a new guy, yeah?
I think it is a new guy.
Okay, folks, maybe it is. Yeah, she's one of the twins in the other box, 100%. He's been really honoured this morning. In fact, like massively. Many people have been told off. Some lady came along offering free ice cream to Valentine's Day earlier on, and Dopey encouraged her to go over and ask the trooper, "Would you like an ice cream?" Yeah, for content, which was a bit surprising. I said to her, "Stand over, get a picture," but then obviously he's like, "Oh, go and ask her if she wants to." It's a little bit odd, no? You know what I mean? But there we are. She was alright, she was chill, but he did respond. He said no thanks. I was annoyed because it did look like good ice cream, I'm not going to lie.
Well, you can't give the horses ice cream because it's bad for their stomach.
Yeah, exactly, way too much sugar. A lot of people took the ice cream but then realised that, one, there's nowhere to put it after you've finished eating, and secondly, how can you film and eat ice cream? You can't. So you missed the fun. Oh, some more Canadians, guys. Is it just everybody that's from Canada wears a red coat? I'm assuming he's Canadian, maybe not. He's like, not bad. Second.
Charles is not normally on the Friday.
Was it their long guard?
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't notice in fact because I arrived after they'd already finished. That's exactly what I was thinking of your picture. Hold on a second. Like how are the officers like that this morning getting ready for the long guard? Yeah? This is before.
That's after. That's at the end.
Ah.
When the kingsguards came back.
Oh, okay. So that was like less than an hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah, about 12 o'clock.
Annoying actually. If I'd known it was a long guard, I would have gotten up earlier. In this light, it's always amazing to capture the grey and the trumpeter. We're to the last 10 minutes, I think, guys, give or take roughly, of today's video. I say roughly. It's never fixed in stone. We might even end up going to 90 minutes. We'll see. I am liking. Here we go again. That was obvious. Again. Get back. Oh. Hold on one second, guys. She's themed her hair to match the collar of his cloak. Look, identical plumes. The tourist and the trooper. And the guy's shoes. That's a lot of red for one image. I'm thinking she did that on purpose now, so that she matches plume, just for her picture. Oh, goodness me. Brilliant. Who's next to get shot of that? Suede boots, no coat. Is she brave or crazy? I have no idea, guys. I can't decide. But damn, it's 0 degrees with a wind chill. Ah, okay, there is a coat. It's waiting. Look, it's coat time. Which makes sense. His hombre is not not going over the line. I haven't been putting the new phone out because I got a new phone last week, S25 Ultra. I'm like scared to be holding it out, looking at it just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too new to risk it.
True.
So I haven't been dropping the names in yet, but I will do when I'm when the phone feels old. I mean, if you want to grab the close-up of the hoof number, I can quickly tell you if you actually really care.
Where is it?
Front left hoof. But don't read it out loud though. Like if you can like write it down or something, or show me on the picture, and I can tell you which horse it is. 1 second. One second. Don't say outside. Don't say the number out loud because it will match it to the horse name. 1 second. List is.
I think it was taken from.
This is the blues list, so you can match it up. Wait, there it is. You see it clearly. This is definitely not. This is 100% not Monty. So that's 100% not that number. Recognise Monty. See how difficult it is, even when you've got a camera and a zoom, let alone trying to film this. But no, it's definitely not Monty. So that's definitely not the number. Wait, show me a little bit more close. Oh, flip me off. Nah, no, I can't get that. Possibly.
R14?
It could be, yeah. But now you see how difficult it is, yeah? To film, look up the list and take the picture and cross-reference it.
It's difficult.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like scrolling trying to get it, I'm thinking, oh god, if somebody grabs the phone. Folks, I think we might finish up actually at the other end. We got so much footage of this trooper. In fact, we almost can tell his life story from today's video. It was quite a lengthy video. Oops. God. Now everyone's emerging from the gate. is that minor palace crowd as I was referring to earlier. Yes, people, it's definitely not Monty.
Okay, John, I'm going to be around later on.
Yeah?
The crowd.
Alright, I'll see you soon, Mark. Bye-bye. So yes, we are perilously close. So, army photographer, super zoom lens. The hoof number is a bit mushy, but we know 100% it's not Monty anyway. I mean, from the blaze we know. Now I'm super intrigued actually about which one it actually is. Hold on a second, guys. Yes, I'm taking a risk for all of you. Let's see. Let's see if I can name this beauty. How bad is that hoof? Number, 1 second. Oh, flipping hell. Okay, yeah, it's pretty mushy. I'm going to give it my best guess, and my best is going to be Vyse. V-Y-S-E. Would I stake my reputation on it? No. But I'm pretty certain it's Vyse. Vyse. Actually, you know what? I'm so certain that I'm going to even take a picture of the day and label it as being Vyse. So if I'm wrong, so be it. Obviously now, the second I take out the flipping camera, Horse puts his head down. Horsey, Vyse. He doesn't want to... Horsey doesn't want to look at us now. Oh. Look, he just knows, isn't he? That's the one, I think. He's like, nope, don't take a picture of me. Horse is not in a good mood. Okay, I will... Saying, I don't want to. I think I might take the opportunity actually to speak with an officer in a moment, because we do need to know about tomorrow, don't we, to work out a good plan. I'm not going to do that in the video, one, because it's not fair, and two, I'd rather not be a public information service to everyone else.
Because actually, we're at a good opportunity. When the clock chimes.
It's okay, no, don't worry, it's okay.
The arm switch behind. He's going to just provide
People, it looks like he's actually asking the police officer to hit outside the white line. And we'll finish up before 1:20, guys, otherwise the video is going to take an entire flipping day to upload, let alone process. Yep, Valentine saying yes, they cleaned it up. They certainly did. The boxes are the cleanest I've seen them in a good while. Until one of the horses decides to go rogue and spoil that. He's like, don't talk about me like that, John. I'm not that kind of a horse. Oh, here we go. Japanese girl, cute hat. I just knew that was going to come. Unique Japanese fashion. That was absolutely inevitable. Anyway, that is a good place to end, guys. Otherwise it will take us the entire flipping morning to upload the video. Anyway, I'll be back one way or another, hopefully in one piece tomorrow. Maybe here, if not, at the protest. But either way, bye for now, guys. Back soon.
There's a bell in that tower.
That's a bell in that tower, she's right.